All right, our next moment of inspiration is Rabbi Latowicz. Together with his wife, Sarah, he has served as the spiritual leader of the Chabad Community Center of Ventura since 1987. Chabad is a worldwide organization focusing on Jewish education and outreach. He was born in Poland, and he grew up in Melbourne, Australia, and he received his rabbi training in Brooklyn, New York. In 1987, he and his wife were selected to join the ranks of missionaries of the late Lubavitcher Rebbe, leader of Chabad movement, and to open a Chabad chapter in Ventura. Locally, Chabad provides a network of educational and social programs serving all members of the community, regardless of affiliation or background. Rabbi? Oh, there you are. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. What a hard act to follow. Should I also sing? Yeah. It may empty the room. Okay, guys. So happy Chanukah, everyone, and shalom. In Hebrew, the word shalom is a greeting. It's how we say hello, how we say goodbye. But it has another very important connotation. Shalom also means peace. Peace is that elusive human condition that can transform our world into a beautiful place to live. As Louis Armstrong famously said, what a beautiful world, if only. Unfortunately, most of human history seems to be an elusive search, a battle, a struggle for peace. And despite all of the incredible advancements of the modern age, the end of war and the end of hatred is not one of them. Tragically, as I stand before you today, I have to mention the terrible outbreak of anti-Semitism down under in Sydney, Australia, where the joy of a Chabad Chanukah celebration was shattered by a hateful terrorist act. We lost a lot of innocent people, a 10-year-old girl, a Holocaust survivor, who survived the ravages of Europe only to lose his life in beautiful Bondi Beach. People were critically injured, families broken, children traumatized, an entire community left to grieve in shock. How does such a thing happen? I believe when we have systemic silence and tolerance in the face of bigotry and hatred, the virus of anti-Semitism is allowed to grow. I'd like to quote George Washington in a letter to the Hebrew congregation of Newport, Rhode Island, August 18th, 1790. President Washington wrote as follows: "Happily, the government of the U.S. gives to bigotry no sanction, to persecution no assistance." That's the way you do it. You see, the first president understood that the greatness of a nation state is not simply measured by economic terms, but rather by moral absolutes. In particular, how we treat our most vulnerable minorities. And he recognized that anti-Semitism is not a Jewish problem. It's a symptom of a society in moral decay. I'd like to cite one more quote. A pastor, a German pastor, World War II, Pastor Martin Niemöller. He said, "They came for the communists, but I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out. We look at Chanukah, and Chanukah inspires us, and it teaches us that a few dedicated people can change the world. It inspires us because light is more powerful than darkness. And you, esteemed members of the board, you bear the burden of leadership. You bear the responsibility to lead and not be led. You inspire the community by your personal example and by the wisdom with which you govern. May the Almighty endow you with the wisdom, with the moral courage to be exemplars of light and hope during this holiday season. And may the Almighty God bless all the residents of this beautiful county with light, hope, and above all, peace. And God bless America. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rabbi.